Okay. Welcome to the final part of Sonic Colors. Like always, got Sith and Blue.
Hello.
As mentioned at the last part, and exactly what I did, was it 14 years ago this game is now? Terminal velocity is kind of bullshit. So I got all 180 of the stupid things, and now we have to do the last 7 stages. And this will unlock each chaos emblem.
Alright, so you're going to display the simulator for a bit.
Yep.
I'm very curious though, how much other people complete this game in Supersonic as well, in comparison just to complete it with just normal Sonic. And also, what is the completion rate of completing this game as well?
Yep.
That's another thing I'd like to know.
What's the completion rate for this game? Well, I know through PlayStation, like through their achievements, it actually tells you the percentages, like of who's completed the game or not.
Yeah.
I would think it's the same for Xbox as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do the same thing as well. I always feel as though like with Sonic games, it's hard to say how much people really play the games and complete it. Like I've never really known statistics of whatever game there is of who completes their Sonic games.
Yeah. Like, me, for example, I beat this game with just base Sonic. There was no need for Super Sonic, although Super Sonic is quite the addition. It does help in having him available.
He's more useful. He actually feels a little more useful than he does in Generations.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because Generations made the stupid decision of when you boost as him, it just annihilates your rings.
So here it doesn't.
No, I don't think so. In fact, I think he has an infinite boost, doesn't he? Well, he has infinite boost in Generations. It just destroys your rings. Like instead of... Because like counts like 2 rings at a time when boosting or something like that.
So I've never unlocked Super Sonic in this game, so I wouldn't know if it would drain your rings. I would assume maybe, but if it doesn't, that's a surprise.
Oh,
Yeah, same as well. It's like Supersonic. You know, whereby some people say like certain stuff is a chore. I mean, I've said the whole thing about Sun and Moon medals are a chore. I would probably say this would be a chore as well, just because of the fact that like Supersonic isn't canon. The story-wise, it feels as though you're back to Eggman, but Eggman's so useless in this one. Like if you know with the classics, like you have to get the true ending with using the Chaos Emeralds. So
yes.
that would make sense around here, but this one is just like, you know, it's a bonus feature around here.
It's
so
optional.
This is really the only Sonic game I've never jumped into using Supersonic at all.
Yeah, for me, I am close to getting Supersonic, at least with the Switch. The only other game... Oh, look, there it is. Chaos Emerald. The only other game where I've obtained Supersonic would be Sonic Generations,
well, I think
Adventure.
there's your answer. Only 4% got the green Chaos Emblem. Well, I guess they're actually about the completion rate, though. But very few people actually went for the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, so you've checked stats?
It just popped up. I got an achievement for getting a Chaos Emerald, and it was 4%.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go, Blue.
Well, I just want to know more so like into, because I feel like it's probably going to be an achievement for Supersonic itself. Achievement for that, and then also for completing the game. So if people have about 4%, yeah, it's gonna be very low that people actually haven't even gotten Supersonic in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the majority of people didn't really see the need to get Supersonic. Like you said, it was just an option, so It's like something cool to have if you're one of those players that like to go for 100% completion. Which, by the way, Jim, are we going to see the Metal Sonic races in this Let's Play?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, I
Okay.
could do try one out at least, to, spare some time.
Okay.
But I don't know, is there anything worth racing though again?
So essentially, what that is basically beating Metal Sonic to the finish line. You're pretty much speedrunning.
I'll just get Supersonic and blast through it, unless they remove them.
Oh, that's a good question. If you're able to use Supersonic against Metal Sonic.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that Supersonic just can be used whatever, because like you just got 180 red rings. They're gonna allow you to do anything with Supersonic. That's what I would imagine.
I forgot how you unlock them in Generations. Isn't it just... you just unlock them? Yellow Chaos Emerald.
I think with Generations, you could purchase him with points.
4% got yellow.
It's weird though. It's like you collect the Chaos Emeralds and then in the result screen, like Sonic's not even happy even getting it. Oh yeah, this is not even the real Sonic, is it? It's just like an android.
Yeah, it's a robot.
Yeah. So the robot Sonic collects it and then gives it to the real Sonic to become Super Sonic.
Actually, that's a very good point. It's like, what's the lore behind this? Like,
Yeah.
why is it that these robots grant the real Sonic Super Sonic?
Right.
Maybe perhaps when Eggman programmed these machines, he gave them Sonic's personality
Yeah.
and, forgot to tweak it a bit. And so these androids, they rebelled against Eggman and were like, you know what, let's give it to Sonic. We need them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, the way how these stages are designed, like they use the same textures everywhere. It just reminds me of Frontier's gameplay level design. Whereby it's only just 3 different types of level designs in the other stages when you go inside the loophole. This is kind of what's reminding me of now.
It's funny you say Frontier because I think Frontier took inspiration from this.
Oh, the way how like the level designs are.
Yeah, like this definitely had to have been an influence.
Yeah.
However, one thing with the simulation levels here, it's more 2D sections than 3D sections.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I saw a lot of 2D sections in this. Yeah.
But for me, I mean, I don't mind. It kind of makes the game relaxing.
Yeah. I feel as though the reason why it was more so 2D is just the people that was behind making this game, Dimps, because they didn't really do much 3D Sonic games. Like they may have done Unleash the VM PS2 version, but when you look at the 3D sections, they're just boosting all the time. It's not as in-depth as the 360 and PS3 version. At least you can jump, drift, dodge left and right. It's just usually just boosting those 3D sections for the other versions.
Ooh, even less,
Yeah.
3%.
I have noticed that with the PS and Wii versions of Unleashed, it's just pretty much very linear. Which is weird because I guess they couldn't implement much because of the technology. That's what I'm assuming. But then again, we've had games like Sonic Heroes on PS2, and that had a lot of platforming.
Yeah,
it was
the
also a
Sonic
very
Heroes
terrible version.
on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, they were all made by Sonic Team, but this one was Sonic, Team Dimp. So again, I think it's just that the team that they focused on that was able to make Sonic games regularly is Sonic Team itself. Because yeah, Dims is only just responsible for 2D games. So that's why, like, when it comes to 2D sections in this game and Unleashed, it's better.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You're not gonna make it. You might have to wait.
Well, it's gonna have to die, isn't it?
You have to die, okay. Try again.
Nope, not good enough. Gotta bounce.
Oh, so it doesn't respawn? Oh, so he had to. I see.
There we go.
It seemed like he had to walk away from the platform to let it respawn. Laser. Alright, there you go.
But yeah, this version itself, Sonic Colors Ultimate, I remember there was a lot of talk about how much glitches there was in the beginning, and then they got to do a lot of patches afterwards.
The
Switch version.
I love the 06.
Oh, there was another way to do it.
Okay, double jump there.
They didn't patch Sonic 06 once, did they?
Nah, never did. They could have, but nah.
I don't think there was any games at the time that they ever patched in the early 360 PS3 games. Only patches became more apparent more late into the generation, if I remember. Because I remember like there was a lot of early 360 titles. If I to remember, like The Lost Remnant, 99 Nights, Kingdom of
99 Nights
Common
was
Board
great.
game. There was like a lot of buggy games coming out as well, and then they just got like upgraded or fixed way later.
What was buggy about 99 Nights?
There was a bit of slowdown rates with the FPS at times.
Oh, well, nothing too bad. That makes sense considering that's basically a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
I wish
when
that
it
was
was in like
back.
certain fights, when it was like way packed, it would just like really mess your job, so then it would just be really slow on the screen.
Where am I supposed to
I believe you have to defeat the enemies.
it's one of those situations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Da.
So
Man,
I
at
think
least with this. Oh, what was you gonna say?
no, I was about to say I think you're right, Blue, because at the time when 06 came out, like this whole thing with like patching, like it wasn't even introduced yet because the whole thing with online was new, like having PlayStation Network. I mean, like sure we had PS2 online, but there weren't any patches for PS2 games.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel as though that Sonic Team at the time of Sonic 06 gave up on their project anyway. They were just like to Microsoft, because like remember there was a rumor whereby people were saying that Microsoft and Sony really pushed the team to make it way earlier than expected around to it. So
Yes.
I feel as though like yeah, Sonic Team just pretty much gave up and just like okay, we'll just release it the way how it is.
And that team was fired right after, you know? Or
Yeah. There was talks about there was fired Yuji Naka and his other guys part of the team there, and then quickly they decided to hand it over to a different studio to start making Sonic games afterwards.
and then as a result, we've got Sonic Unleashed, right?
Yeah, we got Sonic
Yeah.
Unleashed, Colors, Generation, so there was definitely different direction to start. The only one that kind of survived that I only know that was a part of the old team was Izuka. Izuka's the only one that from the old heads, but everyone else just left.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be a Game Gear version? Oh,
Oh,
those rings.
Game Gears do that.
Those rings being the shape of a moon earlier reminded me of the special stages from Sonic 1 Game Gear. I don't know if this is what this is supposed to be a reference to.
Okay. Could be.
Ooh. Score doesn't matter, just gotta beat the level and you get supersonic.
you're brave for doing that. And voila, the blue emerald.
Bing! 3.52%. I've got the blue Chaos Emerald.
Alright, so this is the last one.
Yep, last one.
It looks to be the teal emerald.
Does it even make a difference of which ones you collect first in terms of the color of the Chaos Emerald?
Nope.
In this game, I don't think so, no.
Just like in any Sonic game, really.
I don't think so at all. Like, the only time where the Chaos Emeralds are actually ordered in place, I would say, is Shadow the Hedgehog. But even then, like, it wouldn't really matter which colored emerald he got first.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it doesn't matter, because like even other 3D Sonic games, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, there's a certain order from the story cutscenes that they collected, but it's just the fact that it just happened in that route. It's not like they have to collect it in any way possible. Because if it's based around the Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball Z, you can collect any of the Dragon Balls at any time. As long as all 7 is collected, and you know how to summon Shenron, then that's about it.
Yeah, and then it resets.
Yeah.
Which I think the same thing happens to the emeralds, is once you use them, they scatter.
Yeah, that's what happens, really.
Unless there's a Master Emerald there.
Did it actually happen in Sonic Adventure, though, that they actually scattered? Whoa.
I want to say yes, because Eggman had the emerald in his possession at the start of Sonic Adventure 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely scattered, and he was going on a hunt for the emeralds, and that's when he encountered Knuckles and Rouge, thinking that he found the Chaos Emerald, when in reality it was just the Master Emerald.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely scattered by the end of Sonic Adventure 1. I don't know if there's like a specific cutscene that showed it, but it definitely happened.
Yeah, because I don't think I don't really feel as though it did show the cutscene, but yeah, I think it did scattered because yeah, SA2 did follow after the event to SA1.
Mm-hmm.
Quite shortly afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Gimme!
All right,
Man, that took 20 minutes. Jeez.
3.47% of people who own this game have done this. Wow.
Yeah.
Done.
It doesn't even have like a sign and be like, you can now transform into Supersonic.
Oh, that is so true. Yeah, like nothing, no indication whatsoever. It's just, okay, that's it. You got him.
Yeah.
I can
So
turn
there
them
we
on and
go.
off. How to play a Supersonic. Get at least 50 rings to activate during play. Net 1 ring per second. Wisp powers are disabled. Provides unlimited boost. Increased jump height. Enemy invincibility. Can destroy chrome cubes.
Oh,
And it's pretty much just do anything.
yeah. So you should have no trouble finishing
Just gotta get 50 rings.
the level.
Oh, he's supersonic on the map too.
Oh, this is the rival rush. Okay, so we're about to see if you could be supersonic against metal.
Oh, I saw. So I thought the Metal Sonic thing would be different, whereby it's like an exclusive level itself.
It's really what's the word, like kind of somewhat unnecessary because it's the same level and you're pretty much just time attacking against Metal Sonic.
Okay.
You know what would have been cool as a reward for beating Metal Sonic is actually having a Metal Sonic skin in this game.
So you could actually play as Metal Sonic instead of Sonic.
Yeah, like that's a reward, but nothing happens after you beat him. You beat him and that's it.
Is this an exclusive feature for the Ultimate version only?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Man, where are the rings at in this level?
You got 44 rings there, so you're close.
I know they want the whole classic form to be like collect 50 rings and then transform, but it should really just be like, okay, you have 50 rings when you start the actual stage and you can transform to Supersonic right away.
I mean, that would be cool. Although most Sonic games require you to collect the rings beforehand, and then you can transform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this was the first ever 3D Sonic game, technically, to actually have Supersonic in the stages.
Yeah, because Unleashed didn't have this. That is true.
Yeah, and no other 3D Sonic game decided not to. It was best whereby the other 3D Sonic games preferred it as a story plot hole for you to play as Supersonic in the end, rather than actually allowing you just to play through the stages again this way.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I don't think you'll beat him. You'd be lucky if you did.
Maybe he's just gonna wait a bit.
Yeah.
This game's obsessed with platforming.
Metal has reached the finish line, but at least we know for sure that you can use Supersonic against Metal if you wish to.
Right.
Get out of my way, thank you.
All right, terminal velocity. So
At least you can see the difference now between using Sonic from the last episode and now using Supersonic.
Should we watch this?
Yeah.
So does he actually have to collect 50 rings here for Supersonic? I mean, even so, there was a lot of rings on this level anyway.
Yeah, he'll be guaranteed Supersonic through the stage.
Right.
That's how many rings they show that in the beginning here.
Look, already with 36, 51. Yeah, boom, he's got it.
Later, bitches!
It's incredible that the game still has the robots to keep the same speed as Supersonic. Like, they're still able to keep that pace.
Yeah. Oh, I would still jump though, because that does happen.
But it's unlimited boost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jim has nothing to worry about.
This level's made for Supersonic.
Yeah.
And time for this asshole.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was the main problem last time. Oh, not yet. So as soon as the guy actually comes, but yeah, right now we're just doing with the lady bug butts.
Yep. These critters. Alright, he's got 127 rings, so yep,
Yeah.
he's all set. So it's pretty much blast away.
So let's see how he do now. So with his boosting, We just go to the end here. The lasers are never gonna catch up here, regardless of what direction they go at.
And even if they hit him, it won't do any damage.
Yeah, they won't do any damage either.
Wow, what difference it makes.
Oh yeah. I will say though, it was kind of hard to, even get a very high rank without Supersonic. So I was doing this level again after we finished off the second episode. I was able to complete it with normal Sonic on the Wii version, but then when I looked at the rank in the end, I actually got a C rank.
Oh.
And that was it.
A C rank.
Yeah, so this is probably guaranteed like S rank here.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
Lots of quick bonuses. Able to complete the stage way even faster as well, because that last section, that guy's supposed to follow you there.
Yeah.
But he didn't even follow.
Okay.
Alright, so here we got the boss.
Oh, I
Yep.
used it.
Yep.
Time to bail.
Cutscene.
It can't be.
I don't think I can use him for the boss fight.
There are no lines, and I've
Tails
seen the
gets
best
embarrassed
fights
up again in this cutscene, I
At
remember.
least let me stab your hand so you can come back in.
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off
See, this is the
lame.
difference between
Just
Unleashed,
say you're
because you
going
were
to
talking about this
destroy
on
us
in between,
and stop embarrassing
in the
yourself.
chat,
Curse you, son
where
of
everyone
a
talks
gun.
bad about Colors, but not Unleashed in terms of its story.
Speeches as well.
The difference here is that Colors is like every single cutscene is a joke.
And I will be victorious.
When you compare this moment in Unleashed,
Like a million
they took it
times
serious.
better. Thank you.
This robot is special.
Yeah, I see that, but I just feel as though that both stories, it didn't feel any impactful anyways. Like, even if Unleashed was very serious, I still didn't really take it to a good value in the end. Like, I just kind of preferred the beginning part, the opening cutscene of what I remember. But then, like, when he was doing the Let's Play itself, I don't know. It just wasn't that special. Maybe because it was Eggman Land. That's probably what it was. Eggman Land just drained me off
Yeah.
anything there. And then with Sonic Colors, it's still the same thing, even if it is way more jokeful and stuff. But then if you look at stuff like Sonic Heroes, I can remember everything from Sonic Heroes. I can remember everything for Shattered Hedgehog. I actually even played that a couple months ago as well. Sonic 06 as well. But it's just like, it feels like the way
Okay,
they did the
thanks for
direction
naming
of
it.
both games. Yes, Sonic Colors is way easier to tell from the joke. But, I don't know, Unleash didn't have that impact.
And then it seems like they tried with forces, but then even that itself was like questionable.
Yeah, like Forces, again, opening cutscene, everyone's beating the crap out of Sonic. This is like serious enemies, and then the rest of it is just like Sonic's just saving the world.
Yeah.
Everything. So it made everything just less impactful yet again.
There was nothing to raise the stakes in either of the boost games, really.
Yeah. Because of the fact that, like, it was very serious at the start when they did the storylines. Like with Eggman, it's like, wow, this was really cool. Like, you just dragged Sonic out of space. But then the rest of it, it was just that Sonic has everything under control. Like, Sonic has everything under control. He's going from planet to planet, restoring the world, having even a fun time as well with Chip. Whereby they go to like different countries, taking photos, whatnot. And Chip was like, "Oh man, this feels like a holiday." That's what he said in the game as well. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically how the tone was changed. Like
Yeah.
you look at 06, and you see how every character in that game is taking every situation seriously.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah. Like, even when Sonic did defeat Eggman, afterwards to come back into time, he got screwed over by getting killed by Mephiles. And
Yeah.
the last part of the story. So there was always some impact going in, and I was like, well, man, Mephiles, Iblis, they actually work together. They actually are going to destroy everything, destroy this whole universe. Solaris is born. How do you stop Solaris in 3 different timelines?
That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
I agree with that, and even with before Mephiles kills Sonic, right? Like when you're looking at a lighthearted moment, I would say Sonic 06 did it better because there's a line that always stays kind of with me is when Sonic tells Elise just smile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there's no jokes thrown in there. It's just Sonic and Elise, just enjoying each other's company. And even after like that whole thing when the egg carrier blows up and then they're rolling on the grass and stuff, like to me, like that was perfectly fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, I don't really mind Elise as a character in Sonic 06. I know that a lot of people kind of hate her, and it was really just due down to the main thing of being the kiss. Like, people's memories can't get away from that. But other than that, like, throughout the whole story, she reminds me of, like, other human characters that they kind of produced at the time, like Chris Fordyce for Sonic X. I think Chris is probably even better than a character than Elise. But, having Sonic interactive human characters is perfectly fine as well, as long as that character isn't like super heavy focused as the frontal point of the entire game. Even though she has a main plot around to it, I still think every other character had a good decent amount of time in there as well. I think maybe Knuckles could have done a bit better in Sonic 06 because it's been hard to write Knuckles ever since SA2 because of the fact of Master Emeralds and whatnot. They don't know what to do with him. But other characters like Shadow was, had a purpose. Silver had a purpose. Amy, I think, she had a good role there. I think even so Rouge, like, as a supporting character for Shadow, because I love the way how, Rouge was like, no matter what Shadow happens, I'm always gonna be there for you. It wasn't like, like some romantic shit, but at the same time, it was like an interesting thing whereby Rouge 100% believes in Shadow, which, nowadays, Rouge isn't like that with Shadow anymore with the current Sonic games.
No, although it does look like they're trying to bring it back with Shadow Generations, like at least from the anime shorts that they released on YouTube.
I feel as though if that one is trying to go back in timeline, right? So like Sonic Shadow Generations, they're probably like having Team Dark as that story from Sonic Heroes, right? And they're trying to tell the story upwards from there of how Team Dark was formed and how they're like partners and what is that? Because I don't think like they're telling the story after Shadow Generations, right? Like after events, like how Rouge was the Sonic in Forces or in Frontiers and stuff like that.
You should have transformed into Super Sonic right here if you unlocked him.
Wait, Blue, can you clarify what you mean? Like,
So you know the Shadow Generations animation, like Shadow Generations, that timeline is 2010, right? So
yes,
none of those games existed, Sonic Forces or Sonic Frontiers and all those ones. So they're referencing a story point at that time whereby Team Dark was a thing. But it wasn't talking about any other story afterwards, whereby Rouge and Shadow's not really a thing in the stories anymore. In the games.
Yeah, so it's just pretty much going back to that point in time. Actually, it was 2011 because that's when Generations came out. So yeah, like after 06, you never really heard anything about Shadow or Rouge or Omega, and that was it with them.
Yeah, they changed everything.
Yeah, so now it's like let's say you played 06 and then you're jumping into Shadow Generations. It's like, okay, that's where we left off really with Shadow then. Yeah. That makes sense.
This might not end well.
And here we go. Sonic is now running from this wave of purple energy. I don't even know why this is a stage even. Like, you're just running.
I always thought that this stage was trying to copy Metroid because Metroid always has an escape theme at the end of the games. And because this was on Nintendo consoles, I was like, okay, they're doing something of Metroid here.
Yeah, like pretty much all you gotta do is just make sure it doesn't fall off, and yep.
Yeah,
It does
that's it.
everything.
Yeah.
All right, we got all the wisp, except the ghost wisp, surrounding Sonic.
Sonic, are you okay? Man, I can't believe you made it through that.
Like you thought I wouldn't?
The only thing I was thinking about was getting pushed into an elevator.
A hedgehog's gotta do what a hedgehog's gotta do.
Great job.
They remodeled these
Sonic.
cutscenes, didn't they?
Thanks. But I
Yeah,
had a
these
little
look
help during that
way
last
better
part.
than any of the cutscenes in the game.
Yeah,
Oh.
true, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about the location they are in right now, Sonic and Tails, it just reminds me of a Windows XP wallpaper. Like, that's where they are right now. Excuse me.
He said, thank you for saving us.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving us.
He says, you are welcome.
That thing's translating pretty good.
Yep, I finally got all the kinks out. We can talk to them perfectly now. Oh, great. He says, goodbye, my friends, I have to go. Just when I got this thing working.
Better late than never, buddy. Right on.
Chip was a way better character than Disney was. Yacker.
Yacker. Are you saying Yacker is a better character than Chip?
No, I said Chip was way better.
Oh, Chip, okay.
Yeah, Chip is definitely better, yeah. Because at least you had, I mean, Chip was just basically Tails of a bunch, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then now Tails just took his role as like, no Chip anymore, I can actually talk as Sonic. Perhaps
Yeah.
it'd be in college though.
Yeah, Tails was sidelined.
Yeah, so you can definitely say like, the relationship barriers was way better in like Unleashed
hell yeah.
compared to Colors.
Faster!
Yeah.
Faster! Put your backsides into it!
Oh, this scene.
I don't care! Just push! We have to hurry! I already have my revenge planned out, and next time I will not fail!
Of course you won't, boss. Of course you won't. On the bright side, a certain someone got their voice back.
I feel like my own self! All I want to do is talk! Hey, remember when we were chasing those little alien guys? What's up with those things anyway? They sure were funny looking! Smell good though? What I wouldn't give for the maddening silence of space right about now. Hey, I heard they started using fish! Bummer we didn't bring any with us! Not that we can eat it since we're robots, but we could have looked at it! I love looking at stuff! I love stuff!
This scene is actually very important, what we're seeing right now.
They don't. They should have added in there. That's where they find the time meter, like right after
The time
that.
meter, yeah, it's exactly where they would find the time meter. So, Generations literally takes place after Colors, like just moments afterwards.
Right, yeah.
All right, so we have officially completed Sonic Colors Ultimate.
My opinion had not changed this game in 14 years. I still hate this game. This game sucked. Like, it's just not fun. It's just nothing. I found it to be a huge. I still find it to be a huge step down from Sonic Unleashed because they changed how the boost works. but then they have segments where they want you to boost, but you can't really do it. Like that one boss in Terminal Velocity. And then, like, the humor's, I don't like the humor. There's like the story is pretty nothing. Eggman does less than he did in Unleash. Don't even know what his plan was other than to, I guess, mind control using the Wisp. And it's just, it's like people talk about Sonic, people talk about like the dark era of Sonic from like Heroes to 06 and act like 06 is like the worst thing ever. But it's just like, at least 06 was a fun adventure. And so was Heroes. And like the dark era of Sonic was just nothing but trying new ideas and, you know, not even properly executing them because upper management sucked. But like, this is probably this game was, I would consider the start of like the absolute worst era of Sonic, of just nothing. The games weren't fun adventures. The gameplay, they're like 2-hour experiences. A lot of 2D, I mean special animations, it's cool. But it's like, the last like 15 years of this is what led me to stop being a fan of this series. Or, nah, more like lost a lot of interest in it. And it took till Frontiers to do something interesting again. And you know, I wouldn't think Frontiers was that great either. It's just the bar is so damn low from Colors, Generations, Lost World, and Forces, and Boom, that it was very easy for Frontiers though to do it.
I think some of this could be like depending on someone's perspective, because for me, I mean, although I did not enjoy the Sonic Colors story, I did enjoy the gameplay, and I think I can say that a lot of the new incoming Sonic fans at the time, like who were, you know, just kids when this game came out, they probably most likely loved this game, and
yeah,
it did help influence.
Yeah, people like very high praised this game back in the days, like we talked about in all these parts. But it's just like,
so I mean,
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in one of the parts when Blue brought it up. It's just like, I don't agree. I don't think this game is how Sonic should be.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand from the story perspective, but I would say it did help in at least helping people know who Sonic the Hedgehog is. And, you know, right now we're here with the Sonic X Shadow Generations, and I would say Color still has, you know, a legacy, you know, till this day.
Wow, not even enough rings for Super Sonic.
But yeah, I agree. Frontiers was definitely the step up that Sonic needed.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic has always been very divisive, and you know, Sonic Colors was another decisive moment because, you know, there was a lot of games that was different from before, and then Sonic Colors showed up, and it was something of answers to critics. I remember, like, you know, a lot of the critics was like, we need a Sonic game that's no characters, like that's not Sonic, because they was just thinking about the characters being different gameplay at the time. You just needed like an adventure Sonic, and you know, sadly it had to be Colors in this shape and form. So that's the decisive thing, because it was the positivity of the critics, but then also, you know, a group of other fans that really enjoyed it, people that didn't like the 3D era of Sonic games, and then they jumped on the bandwagon as well and be like, yeah, this is fantastic, because, you know, there was even some people was like, this is the best game since Sonic 3 and Knuckles as well. I mean, you don't see those people now, because they've disappeared, because I don't think they probably touched this game, completed it, but then they never jumped back into this game. Probably the same thing as with Sonic 3 and Knuckles as well. Honestly, they just did that one playthrough. But yeah, it was one of those things at the time that a lot of people praised this game, And I've seen games like this, whereby games like this get praised so much in the beginning, but then throughout the years, people kind of test it and judge it and be like, Sonic Colors wasn't really that great, you know? I think Unleashed was actually better, or Forces was probably better as well, because I love Mephiles, and you know, there's all these reasons coming around right now because of it. And then I don't know why Ultimate came out as well, if those reasons come out. I think it's just because of the positivity back then, but, you know, it came out and there was lots of bugs and glitches in the beginning, but they fixed it. And I guess it's kind of mixed. Some people still enjoy the game and some people didn't really want this game to come back.
I think it was a fair decision to bring this game back. I mean, after all, it was one of the
Wow,
Sonic
Sonic
title.
Series X enhanced. Interesting.
It was one of the titles that was exclusive to
Goodbye.
Nintendo. So the fact that it was, you know, brought to other consoles, I think is great because it gives other players, you know, an opportunity to play the game.
Yeah. So people that didn't have a Nintendo console, they could actually play it many years later.
Same for
Yeah.
Lost World. Of course, they only brought that to PC.
Yeah.
That's the only piece of garbage I will like avoid. Like I'm avoiding that. and not just because of the story, but the gameplay. I was just like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, that's the interesting thing about Sonic franchise, or the fan base compared to other fan bases. One's Sonic game is a massive treasure. It's like it's full of gold. It's the best thing ever. And then someone else says it's a tile cut of shit. That's always the thing. There's never really been a consistent game line whereby people say it's amazing. I think maybe it's now Sonic Mania. Everyone's like, yeah, Sonic Mania is the best thing ever.
Sonic 2 and
But other
3
than
probably
that,
still get
it's
like
like-
constant praise.
I don't even see that anymore. As soon as Sonic Mania came out, people was like, I'm done with Sonic 1, 2, and 3 now. It's just Sonic Mania all the way. That's all I hear nowadays. Because yeah, Sonic Mania is like a compilation to those games, including Sonic CD. In a way.
I think I'd rather just stick with the classics though.
Yeah, that's why I don't really play Mania.
Yeah.
Like the original.
I mean, I
level
played a
control.
bit of Mania for just, and then as soon as I saw Chemical Plant, I stopped the game and I was like, maybe I'll play this some other time, and I never played it afterwards.
Yeah.
I finished it. I just never. And I bought Encore mode, but I never finished Encore mode.
Yeah.
So I never even seen what the new stuff they added into it. But this game right here, I say is still the high bar, which in a way is very sad because it's like a 20-year-old game. At least in terms of 3D
Yeah.
Sonic games.
06 would have been the highest bar had it not been for the glitches and unfinished stuff they had with the gameplay.
I would still put it pretty high though. I mean, in post Sonic Adventure 2, I would put 06 still way up there.
Like,
Yeah.
even if it was finished itself, I don't think it would even be better than Project 06. I think the Project 06 team has just done it way better, and that was like, I think, probably the best 3D Sonic game out there now.
Oh, TO6, yeah.
They also
Yeah,
have the
PS6,
advantage
yeah.
of being able to implement like stuff that existed, like that didn't exist in 06. Which I still need to play Project 06.
Like, I would put PO6 near Adventure 2. Like, that's how good it is.
I put it above it, really.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, everybody is just fun in that game. You made Silver fun. You even made Amy fun. Like, the last time I ever felt Amy was fun is in Adventure 1. But, yeah, it's just crazy that all the characters are fun to play in that game. And, it's just great. Great action.
The only thing it's missing is multiplayer. Then I can say it's above Adventure 2.
I mean, technically the original game has multiplayer. It's just the fact that I just don't think the developer has any interest to put multiplayer in it.
Which is sad because I think I did find one comment or tweet saying that he actually forgot it had multiplayer.
Yeah.
He's not gonna bother with like redoing the story in it either, is he?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's just he's going to finish the bosses and the last story, and that's it.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a stage
because,
select.
Yeah, stage select. Yeah. Because doing the story and then doing like the missions as well, the side missions or the hub board, it's gonna be a lot of work for him. And he's been doing this project since I think 2016 or 2015. So he wants a break. He wants to do other things in his life. And I understand that, like, it's probably like a very hard, painful thing to feel as though, like, you're draining your life away, even though you're making a lot of Sonic fans really happy across the internet. But you want to just do your thing. You want to just jump into different projects.
Fix Lost World.
Yeah.
Oh, they glitched. Oh. Like, I keep this game installed on my Xbox because it's fun to go back and play every once in a while.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. For memory's sake, I wouldn't. But I would. I used to do that with those Unleashed as well back in the day. Just replay the day stages every once in a while. And I would definitely do that with 06. Did I do that with? I think I did it with Heroes as well. Shadow, on the other hand, no. But that's because you had to play Shadow 10 times to be able to beat the damn game. So, like, by the time you finish that game, it's like, I'm done.
There's no stage select as well in that
Oh,
game.
there is? Oh, that's right. That's probably why, too.
Yeah. You can't really just play your favorite stage over and over again.
I play this game more than Adventure 1 now. Yeah. Think this is going to be in the movie?
Yes,
Well, he's
very
not being
most
hunted by a
likely.
guy.
They'll probably make some referencing towards it though, one way or another.
I don't know if we'll do a full play. We gotta definitely do a one-shot, one-off, like, Let's Play for, comparing 06 to P06. Because I haven't played P06 when it was just, like, one level at test demo.
Too easy. Piece of cake.
But I would rather
Oh,
play
yeah.
Sonic 06 first. And then play it.
It's definitely day and night between
remake.
those two, really.
Yeah.
But the issue is the fact that Sonic 06 is a complete game whereby you actually have a story, side quests and whatnot, hub board to talk to people, and you can only just focus on comparing those games by stage select, so the stages itself, than anything else.
Yeah, lightning shield right off the bat. I need to find my power cables and controller for the 360 because I definitely want to revisit and do that Let's Play again. I see. Where the hell is this thing going? Yeah.
Perfect.
As for other games, I don't know. I don't have the means to easily record them, like Heroes and Shadow. Well, thanks for taking away my points.
I guess next is gonna be Shadow X Generation. Is this gonna be just that playthrough alone, or is it also gonna be Sonic Generations on top of
I'm gonna
it?
do Generations though.
Yeah, this is perfect.
That comes out 1 week from now exactly.
Select a stage.
So you're gonna be getting it digitally?
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll do Generations because it picks up immediately after Colors. You want to, compare all the boosting games together. And then check out the Shadow stuff. So the Shadow half of it will probably be a blind playthrough. I never played it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
But I think it's gonna be like a very easy playthrough out to the Shadow side. Just I feel like the amount of hours is probably gonna be like the same as normal generations. Probably an extra 2 or 3 hours to go through it.
They showed Mephiles in the trailer, but you know he's just gonna be a boss fight. They're not gonna integrate him into the story.
Yeah.
Kind of a disappointing thing. There's also, like, in December, I believe they said, there's, well, what the hell, I got Mater Speed right there. There's the DLC for Shadow, where you play as the movie Shadow. He was also voiced by Keanu Reeves in that DLC. Well, that's gonna be interesting to play too.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after those 2 games, what do you want to do? Forces?
I think it would have to be, isn't it? Because you could only do stuff that is accessible for modern consoles right now.
Not unless I get an HDMI or a component to HDMI converter for the Switch or for the Wii. Then I can do all the GameCube stuff.
Right, yeah.
Or emulate, but eh.
Yes!
Well, actually, GameCube would be easy to emulate. That's not hard.
Nope.
B!
Too easy. Piece of cake.
With the gold robot and the 2... Ah, that's bullshit.
Wait, did you get the second pull-off from the rockets there? Or was it just the first one?
I only got the first one. Usually that's not enough.
Oh yeah. Second one guarantees... If you have a good clean run, it guarantees A. This has to have, like, invincibilities for an A here. But yeah, because if you just do it normally here, you're most likely going to either get a C or maybe a B.
Or you can do it the boring way, homing attack, and just keep bouncing through the entire level. Because apparently that extends your chain.
Yeah, it does, yeah. But then that's going to drop a lot of your time bonus stuff.
Probably can jump down there to there. Stop it.
Wait, there's also, I mean, there's Sonic Superstars as well.
I never even finished that once. Doesn't that has multiplayer, right? Yeah. There goes
That is, yeah.
It's like co-op and everything too. Grab it on sale on PlayStation and just like remote play it. Or Steam and Parsec. That would probably be the better option.
Oh yeah, because if you do on PlayStation, wait, do you have it on PlayStation?
No, I got an Xbox.
Oh, Xbox. Yeah, it would have to be Parsec then. Because if you did have PlayStation 1, then Sif could join.
I think that's it. I already removed it from my hard drive. I got nothing else that was say colors. It was... I can delete this now too. It was better because the Ultimate Edition removed the game overs. So you didn't have to deal with that as much. But...
Yeah.
Yeah. Too gimmicky of stages for me.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Sonic Colors on my side. I think everything I've said has already been said overall.
Yeah, throughout the playthrough, yeah.
Yeah, same. Same for me.